I'm having a lot of problems today. I'm not gonna lie. My camera didn't want to work. The internet was against me, and now the microphone. Let me see. Oh, okay. Anyways, okay, back to. I was gonna export this. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's open that. Give me a second. Let's see if it's a good split. Okay, okay. Oh shoot, I picked the wrong one. I was gonna say, what the heck? Why you give me 3? No, you're not. That was a different hoop. Oh, you girl. Okay. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. I don't want this one. I knew it was going to be the bigger one. Come on, 12. Let's see. All right. I knew it was going to be 12. I don't know what the it's hard. It's hard. I was going to say it's hard out here for a pimp, but I'm not a pimp. But I am dating myself. Now everybody know how old I am. Wait, didn't I just apply? Okay. Hide this one. Hide you. Okay, so delete that one. Nope. Gotta do it over. It's been a while. I don't usually split things, but I'm gonna try to split it for this time, okay? Because this, it's gonna be free, okay? I'm trying to list it right now. So y'all just hang out while you just hanging out while your mom gets it all figured out. Okay. If I can split this in a good spot. I know people aren't gonna like it because it's gonna be off center, but you know, say la vie, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the best result. I'll just put a disclaimer or some stuff. All right, let's see. Now let's try again. Hold on. We're gonna. What is this one? All right, I'm gonna get the real one out now. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's flip it. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Flip the hoop, okay. Okay, that's not bad. It's not a bad split. I could work with that. Okay, what's the other one look like? Oh, this is not bad at all. Okay. Okay, cool. I don't need to do anything else to that. No, don't save no changes, please. Cool. Hi. Sky from Paw Patrol. Does that mean we have a celebrity? Okay. This one's what's the question? All right, let's log in, hide it. I don't do custom work, but if you need anything custom done, I'm going to drop a recommendation. All right. Check them out. Kind of a one-woman show over here, and I just kind of do whatever the hell I want. But I am also here to show you guys where you could or should be going. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna keep clearing my throat. Freaking A. All right. Let's see. Do I have a folder for this? Let me make a folder. I'm getting this listed so you guys can go get it for free. I'm gonna back up so you can see her. It is an inside joke. If you've been here on the stream for it, you'll get it. If you care to know the story time, it's very short. Okay, let me. No, hold on. Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program. Files. All right, let's. Oh, duh. Unlock it. All right, so now I'm gonna use. This is a level 3 function. I know people like to ask me, what level stitchers are you using? Well, when you want to publish in a batch exporting, you gotta have level 3s. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna make a new folder so I can know what this is. Okay, now I'm just gonna go verify that it looks legit, okay? Let's open it again. This is a stitch file. I'm just making sure. Yeah, nothing weird. Looks good. All right, now I'm gonna get out of that. And let's do the other ones. All right, also do a 5x7 option. Let me change all these things. 5x7, where you at? Okay, and I know this one works because I had to make edits. If you want to see how I adjusted this so it worked at a smaller size, that was in last live. Y'all gonna have to go watch that replay over on the YouTube streets. All right, again, exporting with a batch, which is level 3. Yes, send it there. Thank you. Now, I also have the split design. Let me open that one up. Actually, let me. Okay, so see, this is what it looks like when I got all this stuff going on. Look, these are all my different the files that I got. If you want to double check them, click on one. I like to do that. Make sure it looks good. Nothing weird happens upon exporting. Like there's not like randomly some missing stitches in the middle of a letter or something crazy. All right, next thing, I'm going to go and grab those split designs that were in my desktop. Okay, what did I say? All right, I'm going to put those over. Cut. All right. I'll show you what that's like. Okay, so you're like, what is she doing? All right, let me go ahead and name these. Okay. So it matches. Okay, I'm gonna give me a little matchy. Judge Meow. Oh, that would be a good one. Split design. This one's gonna be on a 5x12. Okay. Jeez, that's such a long name. Now only this one. Line 5x12, I said, and this one's the top. Did I do this right? Oh god, hold on, I gotta see. Oh dang it, I was supposed to do number Wait, that doesn't make sense. Is that right? Hold on. Oh, it is. Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's the orientation. Oh, God, Drea, please. Okay, here we go. All right, so those two will be for whoever wants to attempt this on a smaller machine. Next thing I'm gonna do I have it open? I do not. I'm gonna go ahead and open up that 5x7, and then I'm gonna export it as a PDF. No, I want it to be a PDF, so that way I can have this ready for you guys. Hold on, let me look for it. It literally takes this long. People wonder about, oh, how there's not like more freaking why don't you have more shit on your website? Cause look how long it takes just to get it rendered and done. Oh boy. Thinking too long. Okay, well, how's everybody going today? Because this is taking forever. Why are you taking so long? Oh, let's see. Welcome, friends from yonders and not yonders. Okay. Now I'm going to do this. Okay, so let me see how it looks. Yeah, no, I'm going to condense this. All right, now when y'all see me doing some like crazy ass shit, just know that like this is something that I do. Does this what everybody else does? No, I like to condense mine onto one pagina, okay? Because some people actually print this shit out, and if they're gonna do that, it should be on one page if possible. I use a variety of machines. I have Genomes and a Melco, and one brother that already like shit the bed. Okay, and so here we go. I'm gonna turn it so that way y'all can okay. I'm gonna delete that other page. I don't want it. No, I don't. All right, go back to basics. Get all of these. Move it there. All right, cool. Add text. Because that's what she does. Oh, good. It's already on Arial. So we called it only God can judge me. And this one's the 5x7. Okay. And other thing I like to do is I need to let me get an image. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me save this. And then I'm gonna lock it. Ain't nobody about to edit this. This is my dojo. I worked hard on this shit. Okay. Yes, I know. Save it. Cool. All right. Don't need that anymore. Close that also. Depends how big you want to go. So for instance, the let me hold it this one so. All right, I'm gonna put some stats up for you there. That one is going to be single needle. Now the other one that I have is a 7 needle, the MB7, and the max size is and so this one's got 7 needles. I love her. She's my fave. And it was able to make this. Okay, this was the biggest it could do. Biggest it can do is basically like clothes for me. That's what I used. And then the Melco goes as big as like 15 or 16 by 16 or something crazy like that. But you gotta pay to play for that one, you know? Okay, let me get to this. Let's get down to business to make this for you. Yeah, no problem. You can always ask. I had showcased them. I had to have a playlist for them also, actually, if you were curious what they look like or how they run. Oh, thanks. I'm trying to get y'all this thing so you could download it. All right, sorry, I'm going to show you. This is what I'm looking at, okay? Okay, thanks. All right, I'm setting it up. So I just copied one I already did. So now I need to get some stats from myself. Let's see. So we did a 9-8. So let's go back into that little. All right, we're doing 8. 93.95. Oh my god, this is like the boringest part ever, I tell you guys. 21. Listing shit on your website is so boring. And then, all right, cool. Now we're on this one. Let's hide that one. Let's bring this one to the forefront. I'm sure this is just quite. All right, and then 175. I need to get a number pad on the side because it's just no worky. All right, and then I need to insert another one. Oh, I forgot. You gotta do it on this way, don't you? Hold on. Hold the fern. Okay, hold on. I need this. I already have a table. I need a row down. It's a row below. Yes. All right, I'm lazy, so let me copy and paste this one. And then, no, honey bunny, you don't need to be all bold. Okay, and this one's gonna be for the, I'm gonna put repositional. Prepositional? No. Oh, nay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. Oh, that's what I'm on. Okay, then let me see this. Oh, sure. Why you do this to me? So dumb. Okay. All right, let's see what you get. And I need it to be 2. That's wide. $93.95. Hi. I know he waved at me. It was probably like 10 hours ago. I'm sorry. All right, those are all the files that you get. I am going to make a little disclosure here because let what am I trying to say? In order. Because she can't spell. It wasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Cool. Oh yes, I saw that. I have to message you back about the times when we're gonna meet. Oop. All right, let's see. Okay, so no. Just why do you gotta be like that? You know, just fine. Okay. All right, now let me fix. All right, so there's that. Let's delete this one because I kept the picture from the last one. Obviously, that's not what we're doing today. Delete, please. Delete. Good afternoon. We are in different places, are we not? It must be. If you're telling me it's afternoon. Oh, hold on, come back. Select it. Delete. Okay. All right. So this is the shirt that I'm wearing. Okay. Let me see. All right. I gotta save it. And hi. I'm getting ready for this new. Now I gotta zip this file. Oh yeah. This is the boring shit that nobody tells you about that you will be doing when you're like gonna sell your designs or send them off. Yes, this is what happens. Okay, so yeah, she free 99. Okay, what do you mean? What's the purpose of this live? I'm going to let you expand before I'm working on. What do you mean by that? Okay, because there is no tone available in text, so I tend to be a little. So I need to know what's the tone. What do you mean? What is the purpose of this live? No, we're gonna do freestanding after this. I just need to do this. All right, out of fire. So I am Drea. I am a personality. Essentially what I do is I teach people how to digitize, and mainly I use either Stitch Artist or Hatch 3. We go over a variety of topics, such as like right now I'm showing you what it looks like to actually prepare my files to put them online so you guys could get them via my Shopify. Okay. So it's just varying aspects. After this, we're going to talk about setting up freestanding lace charms. So it depends. Every live is different, but we are mainly digitizing embroidery centric. Are they? Oh my God. Seriously? Girl, if they are, tell me. Like, do you have, oh my God, do you have examples? Because I have that, I've had that Creative Fabrica thing because I like love the fonts. Oh my God, tell me so we don't have to pay for them and we can judge the designs, but I don't have to pay out of pocket. Let's do that. Tell me, give me some recs. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate this. It'll be available for y'all to download now. I would love to know that. Yeah, tell me which. Okay, so what I'm wearing Y'all get this design for free. It's also what's on screen. I don't know why I keep saying that because it's like, let me update my link tree. Oh gosh, I need to stop saying these words because then I get like bamboozled. So you guys can get it easily. Yes, let's edit this. And then after this, I promise we will do freestanding charms. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, my friend. Good morning to you. Okay, wow, that was like a lot. Sorry. All right, new. Okay, I'm getting this right up here for y'all. Okay, let me put it to the top. To the top, to the top. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all. So now if you go and visit me, it's right here on the first one. It says new. And that's the one I'm wearing and the one we just published. So we're all good. Now it's there. Have at it. It's an inside joke, but I don't want to say inside joke. It was a story time I told about why did I do that. Okay, so let me save this and we'll go on to the freestanding lace. Okay, let me find a cute little like imagery. Yeah, because I'm gonna end up using these on my bookmarks. We talked about what my bookmarks look like yesterday. They're so cute. Okay, yeah, you can watch it over on the YouTube. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go start looking. I'm like, I gotta see this. All right, let me find a like cute little icon we can use. Maybe something bookish. Easy, because we're trying to get through the entire earring today. So let me go for a new, we're gonna go for a new one. I can get a smaller hoop because these are just little earrings. I'm gonna go with the 5x4 because that's what I have next to me. And sorry, I have to go through a lot of clip art that I have purchased from I hold commercial licenses for certain artists, and so I gotta get my stuff together. I want something bookish though. Oh, that's funny. I just saw. Sorry, you guys couldn't see what I was saying. Oh, it's funny, but you don't see it. I want like a book or something. What the heck? I know this chick makes a lot of book stuff. Where are they at? Oh, a mushroom? Sorry, this is not book related, but I just thought this was hella cute. Okay, deal with it. It is my time to shine. Okay, yeah, there's more than one mushroom because this is how she had it. We're only gonna work on one of them. Step one, get your hoop set up. So I gotta figure out how big I want my charm to be. So I'm going to put on the G for a background. Pam, my jam, you're back. See, I didn't forget. Okay, how big would I want this charm to be? Okay, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to go for like 2.5. Let me measure. Oh, that's 1.5. Oh, duh. Oh, you silly goose. Okay, hold on. These are inches. Okay, so I'm gonna do actually a two inch. It'll be fine, right? Yeah, because it's gonna be a little charm. Okay. Thank you for the hearts, love. Okay. Let's go ahead and scale this down. And I'm gonna lock it in place. Because my luck, I will accidentally grab it. Don't worry about the other mushrooms. We're not going to pay attention to them. Next thing I need to do is file. Save this working file as... wait, where's my... working files? Freestanding. All right. And we're going to do... What's there? Mushroom. FSL Charm. Save. All right, so this, I don't know. I always say I think everything's easy, but I believe freestanding lace is easy because you don't need too much. What you're going to do is if you know how to sketch fill, this will be easy for you. And then we're basically using a fill and satins. That's really it. Nothing else. Okay, because we have to remember one thing while we're doing this. When you're stitching it out, we're going to build this charm only using thread. Okay, so there's no fabric. This is going to go on to a special stabilizer that literally will disappear once water touches it. So we need for it to be able to stand on its own, why it's called freestanding lace. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw out the different segments that I would like to use for this. So like for instance, the little stump here on the, is it a stump? Whatever it is, the base of the mushroom base, okay? And I'm gonna get them like mapped out, and then I'll explain to you how we're gonna then take those shapes and play with them so that way they will become the mushroom of our dreams. Alrighty. I mean, you could break this up further. Like, you know, I could do this also be a different color, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna keep it simple, okay? All right, so thus far, I have these two parts. I'm going to change the color on them, right? Just so that way I know what's going on, basically, okay? Make this a cute little... Not the same color, right? Oh, good. Pastel orchid. Okay. Put a fill on all your shapes, okay? It should look like this. Up until this point, you are correct. Let me fix this little. I think I don't like this little. Okay, up until now, that's right. Next thing, I know it looks hella cuckoo, but take off your underlays. All right. There's different options, okay? Hi, I'm going to go. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make two of these so we can do it two ways. Okay. One allows for more creative freedom than the other. Okay. Let's change the color, I guess, so we can keep track of, like, what is she talking about? Or maybe so I can keep track. Make us a different color. Okay. Got it. I'm gonna do my promise. Are you talking about the 3D puff? Yeah, we'll do that after this. I have a note. I brought my little note right there. It's happening. If that's what you mean. If that's what you mean. Okay. All right. So I'm doing it in the order that I was like things were requested. Okay. So we'll get there. Don't worry. I've only been on here for half an hour. So like we got the time. Okay. Step one, have all your pieces. The first one, if you want to use just a fill, we would take off. I told you, take off the underlay. Hello, welcome, Bernadette. Everyone's welcome here, especially if you're a little cray. Just kidding. You don't have to be crazy to be here. Okay, next thing you want to do is we're going to make this similar to a sketch fill, meaning that we're going to make it see-through. So we are going to blow out the density, okay? And at this point, the number you choose is up to you and how like lacy you want it to be, okay? So like how much you can see through it. Now, the other thing that I do is I like to play with sometimes I'll play with the little textures and whatnot. Other thing we're going to do is we need to also play around with our angles here. Trying to come up with a good way to deal this. Okay, like that. Okay, look, we want it to be looky see-through. And same thing here. I'll probably go like this and then like this. And then I will tell it to travel on the edge because we're doing a lace. Okay. And so you can like, and there's a little bit of zigzag in there. You see that when you come back out? Oh, wait, this one's too. I don't know if I want that. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I do. Oh, yes. Tap. Give all the taps. Taps are free. Don't do it to where I'll give you carpal tunnel, though. Okay. All right, so now this one, we need to find which is the button? I always forget, so I never use it. Oh, this one. Okay, so this one, click it, and this will give you like a generic freestanding lace. So like the one you get in the software, okay? The first way I showed you is more for those of you who want to make lace creatively and have full control over all the settings, okay? So it depends what you're going for. And remember, you could also do something similar to this if you wanted to, but layer with color. So if I did copy and I paste it over and then changed this color, let's get a darker pink so y'all can see it. And then changed the stitch direction. Look, I got my own little crisscross hatch going on here and I could layer in color. Whereas this one, you're stuck with just the one color, singular color. And again, you can make these as big as you want. Like if I wanted to make it look more like the other one, just keep pushing in numbers until it looks as open as you want. Okay. They basically did it for you, but this is the same shit. This one though, however, will just let you choose your colors. Yeah, that's essentially what you do. You satin border them to like hold them together. That's the last part. The first part is this and being creative. Now, you can get as creative as you want. We're not going to get too into the weeds, but I will show you examples of what I have done with freestanding lace. Let me find where's my spider? Okay, so yeah, this is pretty much what happens, right? Ooh, 10K, how exciting. This is essentially what it'll look like, but on this particular one, why I say you could do different things is I actually landed up using some running stitches and some other stuff to make myself a spider in a web. Like you can do extra stuff on top of it. I haven't done anything that's not level 1, okay? I technically have all of it unlocked, yes, but I haven't done anything other than when I published this. I haven't done it. Nah. And I will always let you guys know prior to doing something. I will say, hey, heads up, you can only do this if it's level blah, blah, blah. I will tell you. I always try to preface that. But freestanding lace, you should be fine. Okay, so see, I did a spider on that one. So, like, you can do whatever you want. What did I do on the other ones? I did a lot of these for Christmas and Halloween. Oh, I have a ghosty too. Okay, I also did this one too, but like we can't focus too much on it. But like you can literally do anything. See, I did this with a fill. So like, and this was because we were going to Disneyland. I used a fill on this one, and then I actually did do the lace on there. And then here's my column tool for the straw. Okay. Now, if you're going to use draw with columns, you will need to have level 2. I cannot get you out of that one. But I'm just showing you examples of different things that you can do. Even say this. Look, I put a little face on this guy. The trick to doing it, though, which we need to talk... Oh, shoot. Undo. What did I do? Oh. What the fuck did I do, Drea? No, don't save. Just show it back to me. So I'm going to explain what the heck I did. Okay, I gotta get my little marker. Get a marker. And we'll go with green today. Okay. So the secret is if you're going to use something like this, when you have it floating on top of the freestanding lace, you're looking for intersections. Okay. This is bear with me. Okay. This is me drawing it with freehand. Okay, no judgment. So a perfect place for me to put that eye would be here because there's like a net underneath to catch it. Okay. Oh God, that was terrible. But you get what I'm saying, okay? Then this is the stable, this is the underlay and the pretty. That's how I did these. And that's how these eyes were able to sit on top. I did the same thing with the cheeks. I looked for the best place to kind of anchor it and sit on top of like the weave. So that's important when you do stuff like that, okay? That's going to be something you need to know because if you don't, you could make it and it might freestand on its own and then it separates, which that's not what we want. So look for good opportunities to do that. Let's see if I have any other interesting examples. I have this one's an interesting example and mainly for the fact of how it is set up. So this one, I did use the freestanding lace, which there are options to change it. And then I made every satin border and then ran along to the next one until I got to the end. And then I did this whole like teardrop earring situation. Okay. And remember, same thing here. When I put this down, I made sure that there was a lot of crisscrossies. So you can see it's crisscrossy for it to sit on top of. And then when I did the blue of the eye, I also made sure I did it also as a lace and I did it with a run too to make sure it really sewed it down. They're just things that like I was thinking about in my mind as I'm going. And then same thing here. I put a fill on top of it to make sure that it would sit, but I made sure that it would kind of get its claws in there by having it run a certain way. Okay. So like, and I can show you what these look like in real life. Okay. Let me get the pictures. So you can see, I know it's like, oh, they look so great on there, but like they could be trash, right? Like, honestly, they could be terrible. We don't know. Okay. I could just be like, I could feel like I got to show up with the receipts. All right. So these are the ones with the spider. This is what it looked like in the end. Does let me go next one? Wait. Oh, well, let me go next. All right. I did these jack-o'-lantern flower things. I did this ghost. Again, I had to make sure that kind of, see how it's clinging to the weave? Yeah, you got to do that. Oh, we already have that one. Oh, here they all are together because, and then here's what it looked like before. Okay, this is a different one. This was my concha ghost earrings. This is what it will look like before you make all of the water soluble stabilizer disappear. And so it depends which one you use. You do not use the do not use water soluble topper. That is different than this. You need a woven water soluble fabric or stabilizer in order to make these earrings. Cause like, I don't know if you can see, but the weave, it's crisscrossed. It's not that shiny stuff you put on top of things. Okay. And then of course I did like these. I don't know. We're just going through, and seeing freestanding earrings that I've done, which now I realize my real call is I should have made them into charms. Charms are such a big deal now. So as you can get all these shapes to sit, you just have to make sure. Oh, that's cute. I did that, I guess. I don't remember editing that one. But that's all you have to do is you just got to be a little bit intentional about how you kind of set it up. So we can use all of those same techniques for our freestanding lace here. So now let's come back to here to the simple ones that we're working on. And now once you have the lace selected, you'll notice that you have in your properties panel over here on the side, you have the option to change the pattern. Your options are to single, which is thinner, or double, which means it runs over twice. You could also change the density and the stitch length. And then the other thing you can do is you actually change it to diamond. Are you into diamonds, darling? If you are, this one's for you. And then always make sure that you tie in at the exit and at the entry because, you know, this thing ain't got nothing to hang on to. Make sure we tie. Okay. All right. So that's how you would change it. Over here, you already know it's a fill. So a fill's a fill's a fill. You just handle it as you would. So if I now wanted to put daisies on one of these, okay, I'm actually just going to get one from the Brilliance library. And here we go. We'll take this one. I'm going to come over here and look for a good opportunity that this will cross over. All right, let's see. We're going to lock you. Okay, so we can't accidentally. All right, so see this? I'm going to move it around looking for a good place where it can catch. And then I'll think of different things like, do I need to turn it to catch better or what? I'm just trying to get it to catch it on that weave. Sorry. You know what's weird? This is going to sound really conspiratorial. For whatever reason, when it is windy at my house, my internet doesn't work good. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of, okay? It's weird. I don't even... Every time. What the hell does that have to do with anything? I have no clue. Okay, anyways. So here's a flower, and then the next thing I would do, obviously, like a little circle. Make sure that you exaggerate your circle because of we have to compensate. So I could also do this as well. And where's the yeller? Okay. And that would be like if, you know, and I could continue to, like, if I grouped these together, I could then, you know, copy and paste and put them on other parts of the, you know, to kind of make a pattern. You know, I keep going, whatever. That would be whoever's prerogative that's doing it now. Okay, and then the next thing, you need to have an eyelet, so like the hole, you know, to make it a charm. I like to do that right away. So I'm going to go ahead, Shapes Library, get myself a nice circle. Oh, yeah, where's the basic shapes? Did I miss him? Oh, it's right here. How do I always scroll by that? I have no clue. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just, let's see what size. I don't know. We'll play around with it. I'm going to make sure that I bring it down a little bit because remember, we want it to catch onto that weave. So next thing, satin border. All right. And this is where you'll have to play around and figure out like what size this hole would be that works for you. Now, what I am also going to do is I don't need all of these. I'm not going to have that much of the underlays. I think it'll be fine. Always, I can go back and change it. Okay. All right. What was my color here? Drea desktop. You're confusing me. Amazon. Coral. Okay, coral. Okay. And then I would also do a copy, paste, change it from lace to a satin border, but then I'm going to change it because all this is overlapping. Okay. Now we're going to start to do some like weird stuff. This right here is where everything, the whole entire shape starts and stops. This is where I started drawing. I'm going to go ahead and turn the tomato or the open close outline off. So it disconnects these two, right? Boom. Now it's no longer a closed shape. It's technically an outline. Now I'm going to go ahead and just delete some of these that I don't need. And then also I'm going to loopy-de-loop up here. I'm going to break it at this point. Okay, this is, I don't know if we're going too fast here, but we're gonna, all right, because I also need this, I don't want it to be bulky. Okay. Okay, there we go. Ah, ta-da! Okay, okay, then I'll show you how we just quickly are gonna do this. So, bring you over here. Okay, we're gonna pretend these are not here. These are gonna go on this one because we're doing this other mushroom. And I'm gonna say it starts sewing here, therefore I should actually click it in place at the entry. You just select a node and then you right click and say break at point. But it only works if it's an open object. It cannot be closed. If it's closed, it doesn't work. You have to open it prior. Okay, so I'm going from here to here. Need to make sure that I also start like that. End over here, so it begins there. Ending there, so I gotta tie at that exit. Okay, save. And then let me go ahead and do the same thing with this little lace doodad. I could even have this stitch out after, like I could put this last and then do copy paste satin her. Okay, it's gonna be like up to you. How do you want it? Do you want the mushroom cap on top? It wasn't how our image was. Our image had it kind of popping out a little. So I kind of just stayed true to the imagery. Now let's change this one to diamonds so we can just see how they would be different. Again, this would be more of what I would call doing a manual freestanding lace, whereas these two are going to be the lace button that you will find up here under the stitch section, which if you hover over it, it says freestanded or quilted fill. This is where you find it. Okay. You can do, this thing too is, it can get crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, you can get hella crazy. For instance, if I change this, oh God, we're going there, I guess. Whatever, I already started. We can go into the weeds a little bit and you can have your own, say like, you can have your own, oh no, we can't fill with a motif, huh? Balls, it's this one. Okay, well there's other ones. You can use stippling patterns or whatever. I'm sorry, I was thinking not with my brain. But you could, if you wanted to, take the same idea as a motif and make like your own lace. This is okay. This is very, very in the weeds, but like my mind already went there. Let me find, where's the round one? There's like a round one, I thought. Oh, here you are. I always like this one. All right, I'm going to shrink it down. And if you wanted to, you could also make a repeating pattern, say with this. Hold on. Let's change the color. Let's make it white just so we can, oh, I guess we can't really see it that good. Make this dark. Okay, whatever. We're going to hide these. Okay, we don't need to see it right now. We're working on this. So I could actually then copy paste and I could keep making this by, manipulating it. I could turn it so that way, the stars, the corners are intersecting. Stop here, start there. And like this could be, you could literally make a pattern on top of it, because we're hella extra here. And then I could keep going with that idea, copy paste, bring her downtown. And then, see, this is why I can't get going, because then all the ideas start a-flowing. Don't get going, or those ideas start a-flowing. All right. And then you could keep going however you want. This would, at this point, it would be kind of whatever the hell you want to do. So this is where you could be, for those of you that want to be hella creative, this is how you would do that. Freestyling. That's what I'm gonna call it. If you want to freestyle, you can. You just got to make sure that the things connect, okay? They got to touch. They got to touch, and you have to make sure that they will go sit on top of some of the stitches underneath them, okay? And I could do that, even though I feel like now it needs to be a different color. Okay? You could do that. Okay, I'm going to save this, and we're going to get out of that. And we're going to go on to topic, look at that, for an hour. I'm pretty good at that. Like, okay, now topic number 2, by popular request. Let's work on something that's got 3D foam adjacent. Let me see if I got something that I'm already working on, so we can just kind of hop in. Okay. I guess I did start with this one. Okay. Oh, we can't even see the image, Drea. All right. So, things to talk about. I personally do not use the 3D button that comes with the software, okay? I don't. It's not for me. Now, we're going to have to learn some things. Basic rules of 3D Puff. The stitches and the holes that your needle's making is actually to perforate and encapsulate the foam, all right? We're trying to encapsulate it. So we're trying to encapsulate it, trap it, keep it forever, hold it hostage, and never let it go. And we also want to cut it off from the rest of its foam friends, okay? That's what we're doing. And so you need to think in those terms because that's step one. And then step two is understanding how a satin stitch works, okay? So if I get myself, let me just do a little quick satin column right over here, okay? Let's turn the background off because we were talking about this doodad. Okay, so this guy, if we turn off all the stitching, okay, what I guys want you to notice is that you can see that all the needle points follow here and they follow here, okay? So that's great. That means that this end, right, this end, and this end will make sure that the foam gets cut off, okay? Because there's so many, the needle's gonna act like holes so you could tear it away. Okay, that's why it tears away so easily. You use your needle to make the perforations. Now, the issue with that comes when you realize there are no stitches here or here. They're actually open ends because the stitches are going across like this. And the needle's hitting on this side and this side. None are hitting at the top or the bottom. It's basically like a tunnel, which is a problem because we need to encapsulate it. Okay. So when we are dealing, this is, as long as you understand what you're supposed to do with the foam, you can do whatever the hell you want. Okay. You just need to understand why you're doing it. At least for me. Once I understood why I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I was able to do it without having to use the settings that came with the software. So keep that in mind, okay? The ends are open in this column, okay? It is technically, if I wanted to, I could stick a needle underneath it and it would go right through. There's nothing stopping me. I could magic school bus my way down that tunnel if I wanted to. No prob, Bob. So we need to fix that because we're trying to encapsulate. And in order to completely encapsulate it, we have to make sure that we make stitches or needle punctures, right, that are going in this, like this. Oh, sorry, this is like the weirdest. I don't know how to draw this, but it's like, you know what I mean? Because we got to cut it off in this direction. If we got the fat cut off that way, we got to cut off the ends, okay? We need to close this tunnel because she ain't going nowhere, okay? We don't want that foam to be peeking out. So with that in mind, we have to now come back in to software, and it's super easy, okay? This is real easy. What I want you to do is you can either grab you one of these triangle, rectangle things, make a rectangular box, okay? Make a box. Make a box that looks, let's see, let's turn these off. Let's see. Hold on, let me put this as a, hold on, let me make a column so we can see this. Column tool, level 2, okay? I'm gonna draw columns real quick for the sake of this conversation. You don't need it, but it's gonna be easier for you to visually, the software is gonna show you what I want it to show you. All right, so step 1, you have your satin here. We learned that these two ends are opening. So we need to figure out a way to cut them off with our needle, meaning that we need the needle to run along this edge instead of on the sides. Because remember, it's going doop, 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 doop. We need it to go the opposite. So you can also do that with what? A column. Oh, hold on. It wants me to verify I'm alive, I guess. All right. Now we are going to separate these. Okay. This is going to be what's called the cap. Okay. This is going to cap our satin. Now let's look at it and how its true form is. I'm going to take off these so we can just literally look at the cap as it is. I'm going to put these on opposite ends so we can kind of really get a good feel for it. All right. So right now, if I put this here, notice that the needles are all here, which would cut it in that direction. These needles are cutting it down in this direction. Cool. Now, because you have to cap it, you have to encapsulate it. Yeah, it doesn't work. If you ever look at pictures of a puff, you'll notice that when you look at it from the side, it's capped off. It's just what it is. So no, we don't do it like that. We have to hold the foam in. Do I have a picture? Yeah, you have to encapsulate it. You can't encapsulate with a line. You have to use it this way. It is what it is. So yeah, no, you can't. I mean, could you do it? Yeah, but you still got to do this afterwards. So the other thing that I've come to learn, okay, because when you are doing foam, we're doing this like hella tight. Like we're talking like 1/8 points because we're encapsulating the foam. Let me turn this off. Okay. So when I have this one, let me put it this way so we can see. All right, so right now as it is, this would cap. Why am I jumps? I want the jumps off. I want this to go in there, okay? Things I need for you to understand, and this is just basic embroidery physics, is that whenever you stitch out your satin, it will always shrink in the direction of the stitch angle, and it will elongate in the opposite direction. So this is push and pull. It pulls in and pushes out the ends, okay? Because there's nothing there. So with that in mind, when we move this down, we actually don't make it touch all the way because we anticipate that this will push out this way naturally. So it's going to exceed this boundary and it would cover this, okay? It's just, and then this right here is going to pull in like that, and it's just, you know, physics, okay? Math. It's just math. It's just whatever, okay? Gravity, physics, y'all know the thing. All right, now back in here. For this to happen, I would recommend changing some settings, okay? Because you don't need it to be like this. You can actually come on into the, what's the gradient of the feather? And you could feather it. Okay, I always forget which is left and which is right. Okay, that's always how I figured out. And I want you to feather it. Okay, so it looks like this, claws. I'll turn the thing back on. This is how it should look, okay? Oh, not you. I didn't mean to do you. Oh, I had them both selected? No, I didn't. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. All right. So this is what your satin will look like. And this is what's called a cap. Now, another thing about a cap, okay, because we got it back to embroidery physics. This cap will shrink in the stitch angle direction. Remember, this is telling us which way it is. So it will shrink this way. Now, remember that it'll also push out this way, okay? Problem, because right here it's going to go in, so they're going the opposite way, okay? We don't want anything sticking out. So I'm actually going to come over here and I'm going to make it look more like, what is this shape you would call it? Like, it's going to look like a cork. Make it look like a cork cap, okay? Make it corky. Keep it corky. I think actually, you know, I'll probably do it too. And then whenever you do this, okay, this is now I have a cap, okay? I have a cap, I have a column. Now I would also need to, once you have a cap that works really well, go into this little notepad over here, okay? And I want you to say add and then write like foam cap, and then save it. So that way you can always have it in your quick styles whenever you want to then use it. Now I'm going to copy and paste because why? We have 2 ends that need to be capped. All right. And then make sure it's a little outside the bounds here and outside the bounds here. Now, make sure this one will be last. Okay, so it'll look like this, literally. It should look weird. It should look weird here because it's not going to look weird in real life, okay? Because physics will help us. So that's it. That's what you need to do. Cap it. It's so freaking easy. It's easy. It is so easy. Now, next thing I want for you to know how to do, okay? Because it's going to start stitching here. When you want to run across to the other side, do not let your machine reposition, okay? I know it ends here. Make a run. Oh gosh, is this the side? I don't even remember what side I told to start on. And make this number crazy, like 6. Because the thing is too, when you start to make a line on your foam, you don't want the foam to become compressed. You would like for it to stay fluffy. So we don't do tiny little things to sew it down when we're just traveling. Try to do like a jump, a jump, a jump. You know, we're trying to just kind of hop and skip over without having to trim or have a jump. Okay, we're just trying to get there. And then after that, you would have it segue into, if that's the end and this is the beginning, boom. I just made a satin column. Now, the part that shall be challenging is taking this concept and applying it to whatever it is you're trying to digitize. Okay, because it all looks fun and like super easy here until we start getting into other things. You'll have to start to take account for, like, for instance, when I did this one, things I had to think about is where I would need to cap, because sometimes you don't need to cap. So let's turn this background off on this one. And if you notice, okay, get my little thing here. Right here, this is where it ends. And these are all needle punctures. So because the whole thing is needle punctures, it actually, this style of lettering will encapsulate itself, which means I did not need a cap. But I did need a cap on another part of the M, which is right here, because this is going like this, which means that this is a little open, okay? It does have some stitches, so it may or may not encapsulate it. It depends. But usually it would have been here that I did it. And I haven't tested this, so I'm not sure. I didn't even finish this, to be honest. You have to look for where things are open. Now, do you have to do that? Here's a question I feel like I would ask. When 2 things meet up, no, you don't, okay? You don't have to do it where they're overlapping. If you ever have issue where they're separating, like this piece is pulling away from the other part of the M, you can always create a joint. Is it a joint? God, this sounds like I'm smoking weed. You can create, is it a joint? What is it called? Oh my God, I can't remember. Technical term. But pretty much what it is you would do the same thing. We're going to go in joint, okay? Because you guys are going to remember it. And you could do something similar and just make sure you do it in opposing directions. So you're kind of like stitching it up together. Like if I were to sew it together, like whatever direction that would be, you do that, okay? So actually, let's look. I'll tell you what it was called because it's in the freaking settings. They call it, it's called a join. So not joint. It's called join. A cap and a joint. I like joint better. Screw it. I'm going to say joint from now on. Okay. So if you were here and I start saying joint from now on, you're going to know what I'm talking about because you were here live. Okay. So that's essentially what happens when you need to hold 2 masses together. You create a joint or join. Okay. So let me put this back on. Okay. Now this is the part where you ask me questions. I showed you the general concept. Now ask me questions. And I rely heavily on you guys asking me questions simply because it's hard for me to remember what questions I had when it was new to me. So I forget what to bring up. So I rely on you guys to ask me the questions. Now, let's look at, I did a bunch of numbers and necklaces. We'll look at these. But a lot of times I pick stuff, oh, not you, girl, that I don't need to cap much. Because I don't know, it's just a style that I like. But for instance, we can look at this one. This one does have a cap. So I want you to see, look, I do have a cap. Because right in here, underneath that, there was nothing there. So this would, I gotta put a needle in that way because the needle penetrations were here and they're on this side. There were none on this one, which is why I needed this bad boy to go in the opposite direction. Okay. And like I said, see, it's a setting already saved. What does it look like? A jagged cap or a cork, however you want to put it. Cork the spot, or it's under. So the pretty stuff's always on top. Caps and joints are functional, so they must be underneath because you don't want to see them. They're only here to help. They're not here to be seen. So it's like when they would tell us back in the day, like, you know, go play, but I don't want to, like, I don't want to hear you playing. Yeah, we need them to do that. How did I set what? Sorry. How did I set what up? Oh, I showed you on the other one how I set it up. It'll be on the replay. So I did that on the demo. So let's see. So this all right here is the setup for it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. These, you can all find these over on the YouTube. Okay, I have a channel. All my replays are on there. I'm sorry, my channel are there, and you can watch it. All the stuff that I've ever pretty much talked about, I'll put it over there. So this is getting recorded, and it shall be over there. So you'll see it in real time. You can pause it. Pause it, zoom in, write down what I said, or if you're doing it yourself in your software, copy the numbers or whatever. Whatever you gotta do. Just do that. So. That's how you can do it. My baby Nuggie. Why do you have my baby Nuggie? Sorry. Density, shoot for a 1.8 or a 2. You need it. It's going to be crazy. It needs to be crazy because it has no underlay, and this is the only way it works. So there's the thing. And no underlay. Don't do the underlay. There's no underlay. Because again, underlay is going to flatten our foam. We want it to stay nice and floofy. In order to do that, we try not to stitch on the inside part of it. We just want to do it around to encapsulate it. We're encapsulating it so it can stand up. Oh, man. Send me a picture. Send me a picture of my baby Nuggie. Okay. So, all right. Now, let's see. Do I have... And the same thing, too, is you guys, you can layer them. Okay? Like, you can layer. You can layer foam. It depends on your machine. I'm not gonna get everybody's hopes up. If your machine does not have the clearance to do it, you cannot. But if you have, say, like a multi-needle like I do, or it has the clearance for it, you can actually start to layer them. Now, let's still this. Now, when you start to layer, though, remember, it's just the same thing, okay? Like, what would I even make that layered? It's probably not even the right shape. But let's say you did like... Oh, it would be easy. A flower on a flower or something like that. Just make sure that when you do it, you have it on this version, and you make sure that whatever you layer on top. So let's just, okay, I don't feel like making another shape, but let's just pretend we're going to make another shape that's going to go on top of it for some reason. I don't know why. We just, for the sake of conversation, okay? Let's change it to a better color. what you need to make sure is that these are going in opposing directions, so it'll sit on top of it. And that means that all these red ones, here are all the needle points. They do not interfere or get shoved into the same hole as these ones. See, they kind of clear each other. And that's how you layer, right? We don't want to punch the hole, especially because this is so dense. I don't want you to be punching more thread into a small hole. Because that's essentially how you get buildup and bulkiness. Because this is already hella dense. This is it's a 1.8. Okay, that's just crazy. So we cannot get any crazier than that. So just make sure you're going in a different direction. Hold on, guys. I'm going to check my messages. Oh my God, he's so cute. Give me that baby. Oh, he's so cute. I want that. Hand him over. Bring him over, Amy. Get in the car. Drive over here. No big problem. No, I don't. Here's the thing. All right, I'll just be honest. I do not need to do the hidden for hand stitch, like a running stitch, it wouldn't matter. But like if I were doing satin lettering, none of mine ever connect. Like they don't overlap, if that makes sense. Like let's see this child here. Like for instance, see, they don't really, I don't have like, they don't have a need to. Oh, here's one where I did attempt to use the automated functions on this, and it was ass. I hated it. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix it because I love pickles, but I didn't like how it told me to do this. This is when I was trying to make the settings work. Okay, so let me show you. Look, here's a joint, for instance, right here. And then it does this. I don't like this. It does an underlay. I don't want it. I don't want the underlay. And then this is what a cap looks like. I don't really like it. Blech. I think it's ass. So I would fix it. Okay, I guess I'll show you how. Let me just show you how to fix it because, ugh. All right. So first of all, I would not be doing this where it says foam. I'm gonna go normal, 1.8. Take off the underlays. I don't need that nonsense. And I'm also going to look because this looks like it could cap itself, actually. But if I wanted to cap, I could. Right? Remember, it should look kind of like a cork or a diamond, darling. This is like a horrible hand drawing. Look away from the hand drawing, okay? Just pretend it's like the most brilliant thing you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, just write it down. And the other thing too is, also when I email you, email me back, obviously, but you can send me, say, like a file that you're working on or maybe an image you'd like to try, and we can work on it during a session. Or if you have something you started on, you want me to look at, like send me the BE file or send me a PNG, send me something that you have, and then kind of give me a little blurb about what you want to do with it. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, write them all down because we're going to be... I will fit as much as I can in that time, but it's easy to tell. It's like I talk really fast. I can do it if I have a guide. So if I know what we're already talking about, I can hit it and boom, boom, boom. Versus like me waiting, you asking me the question, my brain trying to process, which sometimes takes forever because ow. And then, whatever. But anyways, if I wanted to make a cap, I would do it like this. See, look, cap. And I would just plug her in like there. I don't think that I would need one though. I really don't think I would need one. But if I did, because it's round, these round letterings, like kind of don't need them. You know? And then this, did it need a joint? Oh, it had a joint there. What I would do instead is not that at all. I would just move, just gonna move this. Whatever. Okay, good. Yeah, no, you can respond to me. After this, I'll be sending you some. I'll have to look at my calendar and see what days are what I have open. Yes. God, I can't think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See, so like I did all that without having, I don't like the settings. I don't like the settings. Sometime, it's okay. I started off using the automated foam functions, but like they were not my fave. It was not my jam. So I stopped that real lickety split quick. Oh wow, we did this in an hour and a half. Okay, so was I literally had this thing on the whole time? Oh my god. Okay. Actually, let me go look here. The one that I used, the preset functions for foam was that Pickle Queen, but I was gonna change it because I don't like it. I'm going to end. Okay. All right. Oh, I don't have your email. Okay, I guess. Oh god, it's gonna be hella weird. Somebody's getting a text from me. Sorry, this is gonna be. I don't like using my number, but somebody booked and didn't give me an email. Okay, there we go. Sorry, someone's getting a text from me. You didn't tell me when you could meet me. How dare you? All right, so don't forget we have don't forget this is now available for y'all. It's hella expensive, right? It's very pricey. Okay, so there's I'll message you back right now. Love it. Yeah, so actually, you know what I'm thinking now? I should have made it puff. Okay, I'm not going there. I spent so much time on that one. I gotta move on to Sylvia. I did do. Oh, what? No, I don't want to see it. Whatever. I didn't like the S in Sylvia, so I gotta redo it. But that's gonna be the next freeze one. Hold on. Let me one moment, please. Let me respond to this. Let's see. Oh, that's me too. I can do 9. Sorry. Marissa, I'm gonna message you back. I can do a 9 o'clock. Oh, you messaged me. Did you message me first? Oh boy. Drea. Naughty. Oh no, it's not. That's a different. Wait, hold on. Did you email me with a different last name? I am slow. Okay. All right, let's forward. We're both in Arizona, so that's nice because we can meet. Yeah, it's easier for me to meet in the morning because I have kids at school. Like, you don't want them kids to be here. It's just so loud. I mean, it's a home lived in. They run this place, not me. All right, let's see. I have available. Damn. Okay. I'm like super. Damn, I'm like really booked till next week. So I didn't tell myself, apparently. All right, what about this one? Oh my god, then too? Holy shit. All right. All right, let's see. What is that? The 16th? All right, I just sent you proposed one. So I proposed. Yes, I did. All right, what else is here? All right, cool. Those of you that messaged me about getting your session booked, you either got texts or emails from me about it. So that's what y'all got from me today. Let me go ahead and go back to doing something else. What was I doing last time? Let's check. Oh, so like, okay, we're just gonna look at these because, you know, it is my show. And I'm just gonna show and tell what I did. I really, damn it, I wish I would have kept it. Okay, so like, backstory. I stitched this out onto patch twill and then like cut it out. Hold on, actually, let me go get those patches. I bought a bulk patches from Amazon for research purposes. And because I was like lazy and didn't want to make all these patches when I was making gifts. Let me go get my patch box. BRB. Random shit I bought on Amazon. Ta-da! Okay. Now it's Drea's story time. Not really. We're going to just talk about this stuff. Okay. So when I was looking at the patches they sell on bulk on the Amazon. Oh God, I'm so used to saying Etsy. On the Amazonia. I noticed a few things, like some of them, like this, 100% this was just felt. And it didn't really have, say, like a patch setup, how I normally set up patches. So I wanted to see, you know, what else we could do. This one was on a patch twill and they just cut it out. So that being said, why I showed you guys, like these are just normal embroidery, not like patch specific. Why I'm telling you this is because sometimes you probably already have a lot of stuff you could patch. This one was definitely digitized to patch, Sir Patch a lot. This one was for sure. And then some got this like freestanding vibe going on, okay? Oh, this is attached to something. No, oh wow, it is. This is actually, I can see because there's a little bit of white peeking out, like in this spot right here. Do you see that? There's a white. They did this also on a twill, the polyester twill, and they probably just like soldered it, or what do you call it, like heat cut it, so there's no frays. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things you guys can do at home. Or even this little guy. This one was probably set up to be a full-filled patch. I can tell which ones were. Like this one was for sure. But I want you guys to know that you probably have a bunch of stuff already at home on your computer that you can turn into patch designs, okay? Like, these are super cute, okay? Like, you can do that on your own if you already have a bunch of stuff, okay? I have a bunch of stuff. Even this, if it were me, I would probably take out the background stamp color, so that would be less stitch time. But like all these things are stuff that you probably have on your computer. You just didn't know that you could like repurpose it to do a patch. So I'm gonna look through what I have and see if I can give you a like, for instance, okay? So we'll get something off of my computer. On how to make patches? Yeah. There's one here on one of my playlists, as well as on my channel. Yes. Okay. All right, now let me go ahead and look for, okay, so this is one I had done for at school. Oh, I did so many for at school. It was so cute. Well, it's because they were for my kids' teachers. All right. I did them on the Trader Joe's bags. We talked about this last time. If you guys were here, that's what we talked about. We talked about it. Okay, so let me see. What do I have? Even like elements, now that I think about it. So let's say, okay, we'll go back. We're going back to this one, okay? I know we've been on this one like 5 bajillion times, but sticketh with me, okay? I could take some of these elements and use them as a patch. So like, this is mine, right? I digitize this. Now, if I like lasso this right here, and I copy and paste it in a new one, okay? Paste. Let me center it. Okay, put the hoop back on. This now could be a patch easily, okay? I could do it on so that the background's not filled, which is kind of like this. This one isn't filled, right? Or I could fill the background like the strawberry patch I showed you, right? Okay. And again, I could do all of this stuff, and I'm only using Stitch Artist level 1, okay? If I wanted to do that background fill, all I would have to do then is, you know, come in here and literally create a shape that exists in that space and fill it. And how you fill it is your prerogative, okay? You fill it however you fill, do that. All right, so see, now I can do that. Now I can literally make like an orange, it's a lemon. I could make a lemon slice patch now. All I gotta do is, you know, size it to, oh no, I don't want to save it. Size it to whatever you want. Okay, it's literally, sometimes stuff is just that easy. So right now, what would this be? This looks like, has like 3 inches. So let's say let's turn it on its side so we get an accurate size. Oh, it's not that tall. So I can make I'll go for 2. 2's like that. If you wanted a bigger patch, you would obviously make it bigger. But now I could technically export this and, make this a patch. Obviously, make sure that everything over here in your objects panel is in correct, proper order, okay? I'm not going over all that. We do that in a bunch of other videos on how to sequence things. We're not focusing on sequencing. I'm just trying to explain to you that there is shit on your computer that you already have that you can repurpose and not just use it for that one thing. Okay? You don't have to. I can do the same thing with the cowboy hat. I can do the same thing with the lobster. Any of these things, I could do it. Except probably the meet me at, because, that's not really connected. But I could do it with the flowers, the seashells, stuff like that. So if you have files that you have, remember, you can take elements from the files and do other things to them or make them friendly for a different project. Like even if I wanted to, hold on, I'm going to go find a felty design. And we will, where do I have this? Actually, let me just start typing it because I don't remember where I have it. Okay, here we go. I found it. She found it. No, this is on Stitch Artist. I'm using Embrilliance products, yes, but this is Stitch Artist. Mosey on over here. Look, it's right here. This is right there. Rather. Boop, boop. This is what I'm. Oh, sorry. Hold on. When it goes away, you can see what we're doing. Okay, and I'm just. Oh, sorry. It'll go. There you go. All right. I'm pretty much just showing people how you can use stuff you already have at this point and make it into something new. Really, that's it. But no, this is not Express. Express is the free version. You cannot do any of this stuff with the free version. Okay. Even with this, I have this. Oh God, why do I keep doing that, Drea? Like, I don't know why I keep doing that. It's the wrong keyboard. Does anyone else get confused between their Mac keyboard and their PC? I do. So you can take stuff that you already have and you can convert it to however you want. I've seen some, let's see if I have one here. Some of them I saw actually had a bean outline. Hey! You find, I bought so many different ones just because. I think I found one. Yeah, look, it's very interesting to me. These are finished with a bean versus having it be a satin. So you can do, okay, so you can be as creative as you want to be. This would be a bean stitch, which is similar to what you see on my screen. On my screen, this would also be a bean stitch. And they did this on, this looks like a really heavyweight craft felt. And some of them don't even have lines at all. Like, look at this one. There's no outline. Okay, so you can be as creative as you allow yourself to be. Then some do, right? This is just literally an outline thing. Just depends. This one has a combination. And again, it has a negative space on the background for the crazy TV. This feels like a felt. This feels like a heavyweight felt. Yeah, it's felt for sure. But yeah, look, some of these are just little elements that you may have on other files. You can actually get them and repurpose them for other stuff, okay? Put some of that patch. Oh, this one too. Look at this one. This is so simple. This literally looks like a felty without the felt on the back, right? People are always asking me, how can they reuse purpose their felty designs? Apparently you can just do it on some polyester twill or some felt and call it a patch. Iron that shit on. Okay. There's so much to do. Are these the same? No, but they're pretty similar. Two different. I think they all are coming from like the same supplier. I swear. They're very similar. And then somebody told me if I went on, oh look, this one is just words. Just words. No frame. Just words. And then you iron that onto something. So my favorite were like these. Like, look at these little flowers. Sorry, I know they're like super tiny, but like, look. That is great. I feel like, where's the other ones? Oh, I thought I had a bunch of them. Oh, I think I might have used the rest of them. But like this one, look how cute it is. It's tiny. She's so pretty. See, that doesn't even, look how big that is. Oh, it literally could be like in my hair. So cute. All right, so enough of that. Know that you can do whatever you want to do, okay? And say la vie. You are as creative as you can, like, basically come up with, you know? You're as creative as you allow yourself to be. Now, let's see. I don't know if you have any questions. If you do, send them my way. If not, oh, shenanigans. No. Uh-oh. Does that mean it's time? Usually the dog comes in when it's time to quit, apparently. Quitting time. Okay. So yeah, remember this. Free. All right. Well, if y'all don't have any more questions, it's gonna be a short one today then. But it was hella fun. If you want to catch this on repeat, check out my channel. And if you want to get this so you can be in Drea's cult, club. It's a club, right? You're in a cult. Call your dad. You can find that easily through my link tree. Okay, so and then I'll catch y'all on the next week. No, I'm off next Thursday. Club, yeah, club. And then you guys can wear it too, and then it'll be like our own little inside joke, okay? And you can put it on whatever you want, okay? You don't have to put yours on a sweatshirt like I did. You can put it on a crop top, a tank top. You can put it on a bag. You can put it on a t-shirt. You don't have to do monochromatic like I did. I did it on purpose because I wanted to see people's eyes cross when they try to read what it said. In the club. Yes. But you can see the replay. Actually, I'm going, I don't know, 50-50. I might be off next week. So I might take a week off because I have kids' birthdays are basically a holiday. So I'm probably going to take off for that. So I might not see you guys, or if I can, I'll try to fit in another random day so that way we don't miss a week. Hold on, I gotta look because I told you my schedule last week. Next week is a hella nuts. Yeah, shit. I'll try. If I can figure it out on Monday, I will. If not, I won't see you guys for a tad bit. I'll be back. So I might be off next week, which is like Valentine's week. But then I'll be back. Duh. Okay. I do. I have a Chanel. All my replays are on there. That's where you can find me. Y'all can find me on my Chanel. And it's the same thing. You know what, guys? Make your life like hella easy, okay? Go into the profile and then look at all the stuff there, okay? Look at my profile. You can find all my shit there. Just look there, okay? Don't be trying to go on there and like search for me in the search bar. That's so much work. And also, free 99. All right. Okay, friends. Well, it was nice seeing you. If I catch you next week, I will try. I text somebody today. Was it you? And I emailed somebody today. I did. Was it you? Oh, or did you do it just now? Hold on, wait. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Whew, girl, you scared me. All right. Yeah, no. Okay. You had me scared. I thought I missed it. Okay. All right. Well, we'll catch y'all. I don't know, because next week's hella crazy for me. I will try for Monday. If I cannot, I won't see you guys till the next Thursday. All right. Well, get back to me, girl, so we can get you on my calendar. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.